Start by inserting the 3 bolts in the pre-drilled holes in the sewing machine table. From underneath, place the rubber buffers onto the bolts. Then attach the nut and washer to 2 of the bolts at the end of the bracket. Now slide the mounting bracket onto 2 of the bolts. Secure it by tightening the nuts by hand to hold the plate into position. This will make it easier to secure the final nut and washer on the bolt. Next, place the belt on the motor pulley and adjust the motor position so the belt is centered in the table cutout. When centered, tighten the 14mm nuts securing the motor bracket to the table. Don't over-tighten. Insert the 3 screws into the motor for the belt guard. You'll notice 3 identical holes in the motor cover. Just twist the screws in and secure them with a Phillips screwdriver. Now we're going to mount the actuator. Line the actuator lever with the bracket on the foot pedal. It should be placed in line straight above it. You can pre-drill holes as it might make it easier to mount the actuator. You can use a drill or a screwdriver to mount the screws. Do not over-tighten the first screw in case you have to shift it around. Before you install the treadle rod, make sure that the nut is holding the swivel end connection tightly. Now you need to remove the 10mm nut and washer. Make sure that this nut is back far enough to protrude the other side of the actuator lever. Now insert the washer and the 10mm nut. Now taking 2 10mm wrenches, tighten the treadle rod onto the actuator connection. So now we're going to attach the treadle rod to the foot pedal. It's the same sequence as attaching the treadle rod to the actuator lever. Now we're going to connect the treadle rods together. Insert the treadle rod connection into one of the treadle rods. Bring it down or up far enough where we can line the other treadle rod up and bring the connection so both of them are inside the connection. Once you get the height adjustment on your treadle rods, tighten the bolt by hand, then secure it with your 10mm wrench. You adjust the height of your pedal by moving the treadle rods inside the treadle rod connection until you get the required height, and then tighten it onto both the treadle rods using your 10mm wrench. We will now install the control box. Bring the control box about 2.5 to 3 inches back from the front of the table and screw it in place. Ensure that the control box is always placed inside the leg, as the leg will actually protect the control box. Now we will install the synchronizer. The machine comes with 2 stabilizer brackets for mounting the synchronizer. You may only need one depending on the machine that you're putting it on. You will have to bend it to fit your machine. Now we will insert the synchronizer hub. The machine comes with 1 hub and 2 bolts. Based on which one works for your machine, insert it and tighten it in. We will now mount the synchronizer. Notice the sync has 3 Allen screws to secure it onto the hub. You will need a 2.5mm Allen key to secure it to the hub. We are now going to secure the synchronizer onto the machine using the brackets supplied with. Pre-drill a hole in your tabletop so you can pass the synchronizer wire through to attach to your control box. You will notice that there are two 4-pin plug-ins on your control box. There is an insignia by each one representing what they are for. Your synchronizer can plug into this one, and your actuator can plug into this one. Make sure that the wires are secured to the bottom of the table, not to interfere with the belt on the motor. Now we will plug in the power connection from your motor to your control box. Then we will plug in the information cable going from your control box to your motor. Make sure these are secured out of the way of the belt.